What's up guys, it's Ali and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's nice to see you all again. Today's video is going to be a very happy, exciting, positive one. It's going to be on tips on loving yourself and self-confidence and ways to shrug off the haters. It's also a collab with the channel Heyoitsbo. I'll link all her stuff down below and you should watch her video. It's so amazing. She gives great tips on how to be a bit more confident and ways that she's learned to love herself, and she's so sweet and awesome. Her channel's really interesting and she has stuff on like a lot of cool shit, and she's cute. So who doesn't want cool shit with a cute face? Yeah. So, tip number one. Wait, are we really gonna get into the tips? Maybe I should talk about it first. Maybe I should structure my videos. Learning to love yourself, I think, is one of the most important things that you can do, and unfortunately it's something that so many people struggle with, including myself. It's something that I have to work towards almost every day to be able to be like, you know, you look good, you are good, you're nice, you deserve happiness. And ways that I've learned to slowly build up my self-confidence is actually by saying those things to myself over and over again when I wake up in the morning. Like, if I'm gonna go do my makeup and I woke up in a really bad mood or I don't feel good about myself, I'll just take a moment, breathe, look in the mirror and be like, you're beautiful, you're good, you're nice, you're funny, you're a boss ass bitch. You know? Just say those things over and over to yourself every morning. Look at, like, not, it doesn't even have to be in the morning. Anytime you start getting those feelings about yourself, get a mirror, open the mirror and be like, I love you. You do you. Be a cool person. And I think that by saying those things over and over and over to yourself almost every day, say it every day, you actually start believing it. If you say something so much, you start to believe it. And this is actually working well for me. So if I ever feel really bad about myself, I will just keep trying to say really good things to myself in my head. I'll just sit there and I'll be like, no, you did this, you do that, you know, you're really good, you're so excellent at this. And when you're bad at something, like, you know, everyone has their faults. Talk about things you're good at. Like, I'm not really good at maths, so I'll be like, oh, you're really smart in this area of study. Or, you know, I'm really not athletic, but I'm good at drawing. And I think that being able to notice your flaws but also boost them up with what you can do also helps with self-confidence, because no one is perfect. So addressing that you do have flaws makes you feel more human, more normal, and boosting them up with the things that you are good at give you a balance. They make you not feel too egotistically arrogant douchebag and not, you know, sad or depressed that you can't do anything. And creating that balance between the faults and the things you're really good at, I think, make a balance inside of you, and they allow you to grow more, to be more happier, because you're knowing yourself. And knowing yourself is probably my biggest advice for learning to love yourself. You need to know yourself, your body, what you're good at, what you're bad at, what you feel gross about yourself, what you love about yourself. You need to know all those things. You need to know your mind, and knowing your mind is what enables you to understand yourself and understand how to learn to love yourself and how to be more confident and how to develop a greater self-esteem. Saying those things to yourself over and over again make you start believing that, and then you do believe it. And it's not like you're making yourself believe a lie, because you are great and you are amazing. So you're just reminding yourself of the great thing that you are. Another tip I have for self-confidence would be taking yourself on dates. I know it sounds a bit weird, but this is one of my favorite things to do to make my, like, I was in a really bad place long ago and I was detached from myself, if that makes sense. I didn't appreciate myself, I didn't like myself, I didn't like what I looked like. I had an eating disorder and it was a really bad time for me. And how I learned to start to love myself again is to take myself on dates, to be my own friend and go to the movies by yourself, go shopping by yourself. You know, the best opinion's you when you're trying to buy stuff, because you know what you like, and you need to learn to know that you are your best company. You are your best friend. No one knows you like you know you. No one likes what you like. Well, No one knows you as much as you know you. You are your own best friend, and once you learn to be friends with yourself, you'll see how great it is. I absolutely love taking days out of the week just for myself to go to the movies, which is my favorite thing to do, and I love doing it alone. Go out to eat, go shopping, go for a walk, go for a jog, take my dog for a walk, and doing these things alone, they allow you to have a great time to think. And when you're by yourself for a period of time and you're just thinking, you discover so much about who you are and what you're interested in. And then little things like, oh, my legs look big today, or I don't like my tummy, or I'm so bad at this, they start becoming really small. You don't really care about them that much because who gives a shit? Like, you're cool, you're awesome. And hanging out with yourself, like, your body starts to become more beautiful to yourself, and being your own friend, you start to want to be a friend to yourself. So you don't want to say, oh, I look bad today, I'm bad at this. You want to be like, you know what, can't do this, but I can do other stuff. I can do other stuff, and that's what really matters, is knowing what you're good at, so the things you're bad at don't seem so huge. And also being confident. You have to learn how to carry yourself, and things I've learned to become more confident is the way I walk in public. I used to put my head down and walk and say sorry if someone bumped into me, and I still say sorry even if they bump into me. That's a habit I can't break, just too nice. But I don't walk with my head down anymore. I walk with my head up. I don't have anything to be ashamed of. There's no reason for me to put my head down. I look straight ahead and I walk. And this actually was so hard for me at the start. I felt like everyone was staring at me and I get really paranoid, but it is really, really good to not walk with your head down and your shoulders slunched. It already puts the bad aura on you of, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't, you know, all of those feelings. Like, if you just look ahead, walk straight with freaking power, like, think Wonder Woman, think Spider-Man and Deadpool and all those awesome people, and just walk like this and have your own theme music and like, I'm a boss. You know, like, walk with your head held high because you deserve it. You are great. And I think that's the main thing you should understand, is you are great. You were put on this world for a reason. All that cliche stuff, I'm not going to be all like, you know, but all the cliche stuff is true. It may seem stupid and for a soap opera, but it's true. You are great and you were put on this world for a reason, and you are loved. And you are beautiful and handsome and everything and all of that stuff. And learning to be able to say that to yourself is what makes you learn to love yourself and be more confident. And I don't mean in an egotistical, arrogant way, like, I'm so hot, I'm so cool, look at me. That is when it starts to be like, okay, well, you love yourself so much, why don't you go and love yourself? That attitude's not good. That makes people really dislike you, and then, yeah, let's just push that arrogant attitude away. But yes, be confident and do believe in yourself and do think you're beautiful and do think you're handsome. I think they're the most, honestly, I think that's the most important thing for self-confidence, is starting to tell yourself those over and over again so you start to believe it, and hanging out with yourself to get to know your own self and know your body and know your mind, to know what, to explore yourself, to explore your mind and discover yourself even more. And becoming friends with yourself is the greatest tip on learning to love yourself and being more confident. Also, with being confident, I think just always, when you do something good, boost yourself up. Be like, oh wow, look what you just did. That was awesome. And then the next time you do it, you're gonna be like, I got this, I'm so cool at this. And when you do something bad, be like, you know what? It's okay, we'll try again. Try again, it'll get better, thus your confidence improves. I just want you guys all to know that you're so beautiful and you're so great and you're so nice and you're funny and you're good at what you do. And yes, you have faults. We all have faults. There are so many things I hate about myself. I hate my eye bags. Like, every time I look at them, I'm like, you're so ugly. Like, I can't take a nice photo because I think it just destroys my whole face. I'm always been obsessed with my weight. I can't, like, it's like I'll never be happy unless it's like dying skeletal bones, and I have to get past that. And yeah, I have a lot of faults and I'm really bad at some things, and it's really hard to overcome that because you always have, especially in this society and day and age, you always have that pressure to be so good at everything and look a certain way. But we have to push past that and be like, well, that's not realistic. That's not actually the world. That's fake. I don't want to be fake. There's only one me and I'm gonna flaunt it. But yeah, so, but yous are all great. and I want you to be able to say that to, like, wake up in the morning every day and be like, I'm great, I love me. And they're not phrases you hear a lot coming out of someone's mouth. You don't hear, I love me. But I think it's something that you should really try to say to yourself. Love yourself, you know? Let's put Justin Bieber song in the background out of context, so it's like you should love yourself and not in the mean way like fuck off and love yourself. Yeah. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed my short video on confidence and loving yourself, and I know it's a bit short, but I'm running out of time, and if you want a more elaborate video on this, I would be happy to do it. Just comment down below, and please go watch Bo's video. It's really, really, really good, and hers is a bit longer than mine, so you can get some more advice. Yeah. If you guys have any advice for me, please leave it down below, because it's something I do struggle with as well. So yeah, I love you guys all so much. Bye, kitty kisses.